Hello Internet, I'm back. That's right, I have returned, only not, as you can see, in the same place. I have moved house and find myself in a whole new kitchen, with the same dog snuffling around my feet. It's been a couple of weeks and I've fallen behind the Great British Bake Off, so today I'm playing catch up. We're harking back a couple of weeks. We'll be using Becca's recipe for chocolate, cherry and hazelnut brownies. And what we will need for our chocolate, cherry and hazelnut brownies is this: 300 grams of butter, 300 grams of dark chocolate, 450 grams of caster sugar, 5 large free-range eggs, 200 grams of plain flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 jar of cocktail cherries. Careful you don't lose those. 150 grams of blanched hazelnuts. 200 grams of white chocolate. Racist. 15 fresh cherries. I don't have any fresh cherries and I couldn't get hold of any, so we're using frozen dark sweet cherries. Thus. And finally, icing sugar for dusting. And most importantly of all, a cup of lemsip, because I've got a cold. Yeah. Right then, let us begin. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Bear with me, I'm still finding my way around this kitchen. New oven and all that. Grease and line the bottom and sides of a baking tin that you hope is the right size. Try to ignore the fact that there's a window just back there that people walking past can see in. Just pretend you're putting on a live show. Put the dark chocolate and butter in a small saucepan and heat until just melted. 300 grams of that. I may need a bigger pan. Ah! That's that. 300 grams of butter. Health food, this is not. In a large mixing bowl, beat the sugar and eggs together. G 5 large free-range eggs. What the hell? I don't know if you can make that out. That's a feather sitting on top of one of the eggs. No one needs to see that when they're baking. Feather from a chicken's arse. You don't want to think about where these things actually come from when you're using them. 5. Oh, I was doing so well with the shell there as well. Alright, some of the brownie is going to have eggshell in it. Stop trying to butter me up. But Alan, you cry, where is your electric whisk? Well, Internet, it is somewhere in the garage, in a box. I have not yet unpacked it. Thus, I'm trying to do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, bugger it. Ha-ha! Victory! $200 grams of plain flour. We can do that. Apparently we can't do that. There we go. 1 teaspoon of salt. Is this pathetic mini chopper, is this mammoth chopper going to be enough to cope with hazelnuts? I'm going to stop. Okay. Yeah. Might have a bit of lamb to take the taste away. Sorry, just noticed on the recipe. It says 300 grams of unsalted butter, plus knob for greasing. That puts the recipe in a whole different light. What does it say next? What does it say next? Jar of cocktail cherries drained and chopped. Well, it would be rude not to, wouldn't it? I'm going to pop my cherry. Oh, God. Now I take the chocolate and I add it to the sugar and egg. Mmm, goopy. Now we gradually mix in flour and salt and stuff. If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear some flour in your hair. 150 grams of this is part of this nonsense. Alright. Oh well, in we go. Missed the bit where it said this is supposed to be chopped into rough chunks. Right, now we take our gunk of chocolatey, unhealthy horror and we put it in this here tin, hopefully. Now we're going to melt the white chocolate and do arty, swirly things on top of the brownie mixture. Oh, doesn't taste any better when it's gone cold. I was hoping this would go a little more liquidy. That's not worked at all. I'm trying to swirl it artistically. I don't think it's working. Oh God! Oh God! It's boiling over. This is not liquid. This has gone solid again. What's going on? What is this? Who knew melting chocolate could be so bloody complicated? Right, it is what it is. I'll put a cherry on top. 12 of them, in fact. Next step is to see how this mess bakes. Well, it's in. 35 to 40 minutes to go until, well, we'll see if we have created brownies or some kind of chocolate apocalypse. I'll see you then. And we're back. 35 to 40 minutes have just flown by like the wind. And now, the big reveal. What have we created? I'm predicting a large brown slab of stuff. Seems like a safe bet. I win. I don't know, how do you tell if these are done? I don't know. Well now. Well now. Now I leave them to cool for a few minutes. Well, I'll give it about 20. Well, quite. And here we are once again. We're back for the final time, and we're going to see what kind of business we've got going on here. I have a knife. Bring this up to the camera to start with. I remember reading somewhere or hearing somewhere that putting a knife in it was supposed to come out clean. No. I'll show you the inside. What I think has happened is that the juice from those frozen cherries I put in has kind of leaked. Very chewy. Bit too gooey, perhaps, but not too bad. Not too bad. Final assessment. I would say not an unqualified success, but not an unmitigated disaster either. There is some good to be had here. I think if you pair this up with a bit of ice cream, just something a bit fresher, to rinse the palate or whatever, I think that'd be quite nice. I'm not certain I'll get through all of it, mind. There is quite a lot there. And it's quite heavy. So these have been chocolate, cherry and hazelnut brownies. La-da! Or something broadly similar. The recipe for them is down there if you wish to attempt your own. The next time I will be attempting a kind of apricot bread circle thing that came from the next episode to the one where this was created. Called a corkon or something? I don't know. I hope my attempts to make it fare better than my attempts to say it. We shall see. That should be appearing in the next couple of days. And that's it, really. I have an almost literal ton of brownies to eat. These are... They have a heft to them. So I'm going to get on with that. So until next time, I have been Alan Donnelly, you have been marvellous, these have got lead in them, and I'll see you next time.